if this works out, this is definitely going to guarantee Donald Trump 2020. I don't think Hillary or Bernie would have had any chance of doing this if they got elected. I don't think either of them would have had the fortitude or the balls to even do this stuff. Bernie, I like some of Bernie's stuff, but he's old and he's kind of like the somewhat of a status quo person. I don't think he'd upend the apple cart like Trump did. This is very Trumpian. He has some fucking balls to do this. He pretty much threatened Kim Jong Un with nuclear annihilation. He doesn't give a fuck about that peninsula. He just told him he's a little fucking crazy man, and Donald Trump's button is bigger. He fucking threatened Kim Jong Un. This is why this worked. Because unlike Obama or even Bush, he didn't give a crap about what people thought about him. He didn't care. He chose the Nixonian route. He chose the madman route. And he's winning. And it's not like he's playing the madman. He is the madman. He's been the madman for several decades. Since the late 80s. He's been this crazy Donald Trump character. And he's played this character up for quite a while. I think it's a part of his personality now. But this is definitely going to, if this works out, this is definitely going to win him another election. Well, ultimately the goal of North Korea is to unify under one country. And the Kim government definitely wants to unify under their regime. But it's not going to work out for them because, one, the Chinese have a huge trading partner in South Korea. It's one of the most, if not the most advanced country in the entire world. The internet speeds in South Korea are freaking lightning fast. I think it's like 50 megabytes per hour. That is at least 10 times faster than most places in the United States. I live in New York City, and I don't think my internet is that fast. So, I think that China, even though North Korea has some rare earth elements, China is going to need South Korea a lot because they're a place that processes and makes a lot of these rare elements. So, if the Korean Peninsula were to unify, it would do a lot of good for that country as a whole. Unlike East and West Germany, which had to integrate the old aging systems, old aging bureaucracy, and as well as the factories in East Germany, North and South Korea will have a much better time integrating their country together if they unify, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen within at least the next 50 years. I'm pretty sure this is what's going to happen. They want to unify, and if they do, South Korean organizations like Samsung and I don't know, like Samsung is the biggest one I could think of top of my head, but if they do, they're going to freaking make a huge amount of money. They're going to put a lot of I think the culture divide is going to be mended within about a generation or two. At that time, it's going to be a mixture of former North Korean and South Korean culture. North Korean culture is not going to be dominant if they unify. It's going to go by the wayside because people are going to be more inclined to follow South Korean culture because it's more successful. And within a generation or two, I think the Kims will lose their relevancy. It's inevitable. Regardless if they go by a nuclear apocalypse or they fade away, they're going to be pretty much irrelevant in a couple years. Just like when the Chinese emperors they lost power and a new dynasty rose up. This is what's gonna happen to South Korea. He's gonna end up like Puyi did. He's gonna end up a protected former leader, and he's going to have some sort of like historicity to him. He's gonna be like a historical figure. People are gonna treat him like that. But even though he caused so much havoc, his family prestige, his grandfather, like he is a national hero to a lot of Koreans, and even I'm pretty sure most Koreans hold him in some regard because they fought against the Japanese, and even though they fought with the Soviets, he was still a nationalist at heart, and he fought for the Korean people. So let's read some parts of the article a little bit. So this is a CNN article. President Donald Trump has agreed to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong Un on May The White House and South Korean National Security Advisor said Thursday evening. President Trump greatly appreciates the nice words from South Korean delegation and President Moon. He will accept the invitation to meet Kim Jong Un in place and time determined. We look forward to the denuclearization of North Korea. In the meantime, all sanctions and maximum pressure will still remain. He still got him by the balls. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders announced in a statement. Trump tweeted, Kim Jong Un talks about denuclearization with South Korea representative, not just a freeze, and also no missile testing in North Korea during the period of time. Great progress being made in the sanctions will remain until the agreement is reached. Meeting being planned. So this is basically what's been happening. What's been successful. It's the sanctions that it's been working. The sanctions we've been having them on their by their balls basically. Say what you want about Donald Trump. This is something that he's successful so far. He's successful on doing, and I hope he succeeds. Even though you may not like him, and there's some parts of Donald Trump I do not like, I'm still gonna give him credit for this because this is something he's done. This is something he's successfully done so far. The sudden announcement came after Kim extended an invitation to Trump to meet through South Korean officials who met with Trump on Thursday. Trump would be the first sitting president to meet with North Korean counterpart in a stunning diplomatic breakthrough with uncertain consequences. The South Korean delegation first met with National Security Advisor Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster and then Trump, who then delivered a senior administration official said, and it happened just in an hour. I don't think you would have seen this with any other administration, because every other administration followed the lead of the previous one, which was pretty much détente. In effect, sort of a détente and pretty much appeasement of these guys. Everyone before Trump was basically Neville Chamberlain for us. Bill Clinton gave the North Koreans nuclear material to make missiles. Bill Clinton is completely responsible for the state North Korea is in. Unfortunately, it could have gotten better if George W. Bush didn't put him in the 3 great super axis of evil. Damn, I need some water. Kim told South Korea he is committed to denuclearization and pledged North Korea would refrain from any further nuclear missile tests. The South Korean National Security Advisor, I can't pronounce that name, said Thursday that the White House. Kim also told South Koreans he understands the U.S. and South Korea will move forward in a joint military exercise later this year. I don't know if he's speaking out in fear, but what I do know is this is something that's unprecedented. It's never happened before. Donald Trump is the only president to do something like this. And you should give Donald Trump credit for this. So, hey, I don't know, man. You gotta give credit what is due. And he's done this. Speaking from outside the West Wing, Chung and Kim expressed his eagerness to meet the President Trump as soon as possible. And Donald Trump is gonna have him by the balls because he knows how to use body language. You've seen him during the debates. He knows how to read people. The sub-communication that people have. He knows how to use that towards his advantage. And he's gonna intimidate Kim Jong Un into doing something. I don't know if Kim's gonna fold, but he's probably gonna make him look like a pussy if Kim tries to do something. So it's gonna be tense at the very least. Trump has expressed openness dialogue with North Korea, but Trump administration has said North Korea must first take concrete steps towards denuclearization. As of Thursday evening, there is no indication that North Korea has pledged to take any steps. All options are on the table, and our posture towards the regime will not change until we see credible moves towards denuclearization. See, this is more of grabbing him by the ball, so I like this a lot. This is CNN. So, let's finish this article. Trump's approach to North Korea has weighed between bellicose rhetoric and express openness with diplomacy. I think he's playing the carrot and stick pretty overtly here, and they know it. The president said on purpose too. So the president of the U.S. would rain fire and fury on North Korea one day and said he would consider speaking directly to the country's leader under the right circumstances. Amid the potential breakthrough talks between North and South Korea, the Trump administration has also credited a campaign of maximum pressure on North Korea or having brought Pyongyang to the negotiating table. These are hard pills to swallow for if you're a liberal or a Clinton supporter, if you're a never Trumper. Since Trump came to the office, the U.S. has leveled some of its most significant and far-reaching sanctions against North Korea. Also succeeded in pressuring China and further isolate the region. So, guys, thanks a lot for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you honestly like my content, just subscribe to me. Thanks a lot, guys.